रिकर वर्ड कभी सुना है? रिकर वर्ब समथिंग विच ऑकर्स रिपीटेडली या फिर पीरियोडिकली. इसका नाउन इज रिकरेंस. एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ यार, ठीक है. प्राइमरी एग्जाम्पल वुड बी मिहिर वीरानी. नाम सुना है? क्योंकि सास भी गई वो थी टीवी शो का पॉपुलर कैरेक्टर मिहिर वीरानी इज अ नोटेबल एग्जाम्पल ऑफ अ कैरेक्टर हु रिटर्न फ्रॉम द डेड मल्टीपल टाइम्स भाई. ठीक है, रिकरेंस. और एक एग्जाम्पल है अपनी निर्मला ताई यार, deducting fat taxes from our monthly salary, hard earned salary every month. Recurrence. Okay? Or like Harry Potter springing back to life after getting hit with the Avada Kedavra, the killing curse. हर बार यार बेचारा लॉर्ड वोल्डेमॉर्ट यार. Recurrence. फुटबॉल कॉन्टेक्स्ट में अगर एग्जांपल देना होगा तो आई वुड से पेप गार्डियोला winning trophies every season. No? Okay. Real Madrid winning the UCL every season. No? Okay. Arsenal signing Chelsea players every transfer window. Yes, that's the perfect example of recurrence, isn't it? तो आदत सी हो गई यार. ये सब मैं क्यों बता रहा हूँ? Because we have just signed Spanish keeper Kepa from Chelsea, and we signing players from Chelsea is something of a recurring summer transfer theme. पहले तो मुझे ये बताओ कि how is it possible that every time we end up scouting and discussing goalkeepers every summer transfer window? कैसे यार? How? Why? क्यों? And ever since शेज़नी ने वो सुट्टा जलाया in the shower ना, तब से धुआं हमारा निकल रहा है यार. We have had Fabianski, didn't use him much. He went to Swansea. उसके बाद आया पीटर चेक, उसके बाद आया ओस्पिना, उसके बाद आया लेनो, फिर आया एमी मार्टिनेस, फिर रैमस्टेल, फिर आया रोनार्सन, then मैट टर्नर, उसके बाद नेटो. चल गया रहा यार. Did we make a mistake? Did Arsenal make a mistake going for Kepa? Am I worried? Of course I'm worried यार. I have PTSD from how Arsenal have handled previous transfer windows and especially ex-Chelsea players. What's this obsession with Chelsea players? How have they fared, by the way? चलो गिनते हैं. Gallus did well. Okay, 50-50 चलो. Diarra, no. Benayoun, 50-50. Peter Cech, 50-50. David Luiz, 50-50. Willian, no. Jorginho, 50-50. Havertz, ठीक है यार. Sterling, no. And now Kepa. Okay, चलो. So what's done is done. Kepa आ गया अभी, ठीक है. And since he would be putting on the Arsenal jersey, it is our right and our duty to support him. ठीक है. So who's Kepa basically? आइए जानते हैं. Kepa is about to turn 31 in October this year. 6'2". He's flexible, he's quick on the goal line, he's agile and he's played at the highest level. ठीक है. ट्रॉफीज वाइज उसने यूरोपा लीग भी जीता हुआ है, उसने यूसीएल भी जीता हुआ है twice with Chelsea and with Real Madrid. He also holds the record for the most number of penalty stops by a Chelsea keeper, especially in shootouts. Total number of top flight league appearances had 207, out of which 140 are in the Premier League. He's very good in double saves, and recent season में he won the Premier League Save of the Month in the month of February against Wolves for his double save. वो join किया था Chelsea from Bilbao in 2018 for a record 72 million odd pounds if I'm not wrong, and तब से he has been at Chelsea. Started well, बीच में थोड़ा dip आया उसके फॉर्म में, and then he spent a season out on loan at Real Madrid 23-24 वाला सीजन में, and then he went back to Chelsea and last year he was at Bournemouth, जहाँ पे he established himself as Bournemouth's first choice goalkeeper, क्योंकि नेटो जो उनका मेन कीपर था he was at Arsenal loan पे again. Anyway, he did well at Bournemouth यार. Kept 9 clean sheets in 35 appearances. Iraola's side registered the joint 6th best defensive record in the Premier League. एक moment stand out करता है यार when we talk about Kepa, especially English football में, is that moment he had with Sarri, which was again in a shootout, by the way. Now the next question is, why did we go for Kepa? Simple सी बात है, we needed a number 2 goalkeeper. Alright, because we already have David Raya as our established number 1. Now comes Kepa. तो 2 स्पेनिश कीपर्स आ गए हैं, दोनों अच्छे कीपर्स नो डाउट. इंटरेस्टिंगली दोनों के दोनों अपेरेंटली नॉट गुड इनफ टू स्टार्ट फॉर स्पेन. ठीक है, जस्ट सेइंग. एनीवे, आर्सेनल ने प्रीवियसली टारगेट करा था एस्पेनियोल्स जॉन गार्सिया, हु इज नाउ joined Barcelona by the way. And ये reported था कि आर्सेनल का स्टाफ are long time admirers of Kepa Arrizabalaga. ये बोला जा रहा है कि he understands the existing hierarchy at Arsenal and that Raya is already the established number one keeper and he is willing to fight for his place in North London. So now the question is, apprehensions क्या हैं इसमें? My only concern is कि will he be willing to play as a backup or a number two keeper after especially playing a full season in the Premier League when he's 30, which is like the prime age for a keeper. Historically, if you see, he has shown in spells at Chelsea and at Madrid that he has the attitude and the professionalism to support a number one. Real Madrid mein he was playing number two, second fiddle to basically Courtois and Lunin, and at Chelsea pe he was playing number two to Edward Mendy, if I'm not wrong. Only time will tell if the move is a hit or a flop. एक quick pros and cons कर लेते हैं ना. Pros क्या है? What are the pros of signing Kepa? Pro point number one is that he's Premier League proven. He's an experienced goalkeeper. So ये हो गया point one. Point number two is it is a steal price. It's a bargain price. Barely like what 5 million pounds का reports आ रहा है. I would say is a steal basically. And the third point would be that he would be an easy fit मेरे हिसाब से at Arsenal. ठीक है, उसको ज्यादा अडेप्ट करने के लिए या फिर एडजस्ट करने के लिए उसको ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा. He already has his base in London. He can speak the language. He's already Spanish. He's from Basque as well. ठीक है, so adaptability is definitely not an issue. तो ये हो गया उसके major pros. Cons में I would say is wage. I think अगर वो higher wage पे अगर आ रहा है, obviously overall budget पे वो impact तो करता ही है. So wage can be a concern. ये हो गया con number one because he was reported to earn big bucks whilst at Chelsea. ठीक है. Second con I would say उसका resale value कुछ नहीं होने वाला है just because of his age. Oh, he's about to turn 31 in October. तो ये प्राइम एज है उसका है. 3-4 साल का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट उसको मिला होगा ऑब्वियसली, इज व्हाट आई एम थिंकिंग. सो रीसेल वैल्यू आई डोंट थिंक उसका ज्यादा कुछ है. बट देन अगेन उसको लाए भी हम लोग 5 मिलियन पे है, तो डजंट रियली मैटर आई वुड से. थर्ड कंसर्न व्हिच कैन बी एन इशू इज कि ही इज हिस्टोरिकली वी हैव सीन हिम थ्रो टैंट्रम्स, तो इट कुड बी अ प्रॉब्लम मेकर. बट देन अगेन वी एम जस्ट रीडिंग मे बी टू मच इनटू द सिचुएशन. ही जस्ट माइट बी वन ऑफ दोस चेल्सी साइनिंग्स who might work out for us, ठीक है, in favor of us. But then again, I also said the same thing about Willian जब हम लोग उसको sign किए थे. What do I know, right? Anyway, that said and done, I am glad कि हम लोग ने ये कीपर वाला रामायण सागा हम लोग ने फाइनली कंप्लीट करा. नेक्स्ट 2-3 ट्रांसफर विंडोज के लिए there should be no shouts, there should be no discussions about new keeper. ये वो हो गया. Raya and Kepa would be our number one, number two. या फिर vice versa, जो भी है, at least for the next couple of years the keeper situation is sorted. We obviously needed a number 2 keeper. Now that is done and dusted. Now let's turn our focus to forwards and attackers basically, which is our primary target, our primary objective. And जब वो आएगा, you will see me with a new video. Till then, come on you gunners.